Yeah, what of it?
What's that up in the sky?
Is it a bird?
Is it a plane?
You're listening to the Yeah What of It podcast. I'm your host, Harry, and joining me are my co-hosts.
Ian.
And your boy Jake.
We've been gone for like 3-4 weeks because, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of lazy, don't want to edit it. And also I've been on a holiday. What's everyone else been up to?
Do you want to go first, Ian?
Go for it, Jake. Go for it.
Alright, so, in a quick overarching thing, as usual, I've got zero boundaries with work. I had meltdown over some milk.
Shit!
Yeah, I got a new car, so we can safely drive to Scotland rather than the death
You
trap
got
I was
it?
driving beforehand. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
I feel like the Tokyo Drift guy, except I obey the speed limit and don't Tokyo Drift. And my handbrake's just a little switch; it's not an actual handbrake.
What?
I've got the little switch handbrake, not the big fucking lever that you yank up.
That sounds cool.
It is. It's very cool. What else? The owner of the company I work for has finally said my name to me. So he's acknowledged my existence in the first 9 months that I've been there.
Oh,
which
well
is
done.
good. Yeah, all exciting. I can't say any bad things about work now because the office knows that the podcast exists.
Oh, good. Do you want to do a shout out?
I don't want to shout them out now
No?
because
No? Okay.
they'll get a big head and I'll have to sit across from them and listen to them have a big head all day.
Have they done the thing yet where they're like, oh, hello, big man. Oh, you got a podcast. Oh, and they treat you like you're a celebrity.
No, I don't work. I know you live up north, but I don't. I work with people from High Wycombe, so they don't sound like that either.
Oh, hello. Big celebrity with a podcast.
Here's the thing: what another person from my work has found out
Oh, yeah.
about the podcast. It's mainly because I was listening to it. I didn't realize I was actually laughing out loud. He's like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, I didn't pay attention to what I said. I was like, "Oh, I'm listening to my podcast." And then he was like, "You have a podcast?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So now, yeah, you seem to really enjoy it as well.
Oh, nice one.
Shout out to you, Josh.
Oh. Kehan's
I'm
not scared.
famous
Shout
now,
outs.
Mum. I'm not
Mum,
scared.
I'm famous. I'm in a
I don't-
podcast.
I don't want to encourage bad behaviour.
I've
But Harry, did I tell you about my milk meltdown?
yes, you did.
I did.
Yeah, the chunky milk in the sink.
In the sink. It was almost a day of violence. I'm not gonna. I full on stormed upstairs, ready for hands to be thrown, and the guy wasn't upstairs, which is lucky.
I just don't know why you'd tip mouldy milk in a sink at all.
Yeah.
Like end of.
Yeah. Step one is don't tip mouldy milk in a sink. The thing is, right, is upstairs are arguing with me currently. They've said, and I tried to explain it to Kehan, and he came up with a very helpful solution.
Uh-huh.
So they're like, "Oh, our fridge isn't cold, so the milk keeps going mouldy." I was like,
Right.
"We'll turn the setting up then," and they were like, "Well, don't you turn it down?" I was like, "Well, what numbers are on?" And they were like 2,
Right.
and I was like, "No, bang that sucker to 4,
Yeah.
and then we'll see. Turn the coldness up." And they're like, "So turn it down." I was like, "No."
Oh my
No.
god.
So I could see where they're coming from. Surely the lower numbers cold was their thought process. But I explained to them that this wasn't the issue, and in fact that the higher number is more cold, and they still ignore me. So
But
their
what?
shit's just
Not
going.
believe you?
Yeah, their shit's just going
Why?
cold on repeat, and they refuse to turn it up to even prove me right or wrong. Refuse to turn it up.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I get lots of things like this, Harry, all day long. Is questions that could be answered if you just thought about it for a second. Like, hey, my laptop doesn't work. Who should I contact? A, Jake downstairs, who knows nothing about computers. Or B, the IT support company whose number is listed on my laptop in case of emergencies.
You know what? That milk thing stressed me out so much. My heart rate's gone from a resting. It was 70, and it's gone up to 93. And I'm just sad.
I now drink black coffee at work because I refuse to touch the milk.
PTSD.
Yeah, no,
I'm not even joking.
The thing
They've
is,
changed my favourite beverage.
you put the milk in last with the coffee, or at least I do. You put the milk in last. I know some people put it in first and not burn the coffee, but I like to burn shit coffee. I like that taste.
Yeah.
You put the milk in last. The thing is, if you put mouldy milk in to your coffee and you already made coffee, that's a whole cup of coffee that's now fucked, and you've got to you got to throw the whole thing. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd just go black.
Right, yeah, I explained to Dan as well, so the finance dude. I was like, when I get cross, normally I throw something, not like, oh, I'm going to launch a plate at the wall, but like, for fuck's sake, you just throw things down, like you just ping a tea towel about, or, you just, slam. But what happened was, the thing that was in my hand when I saw the moldy milk was a full kettle of boiling water.
Did you throw it? Did you throw it?
It dropped a little. The hand went down to my side as if I was going to overhand it straight into the sink. I had to put it down and walk away. I came back to the sink like twice.
You know what I do when I get really angry and frustrated? Usually this is at Overwatch, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'm usually quite relaxed and Overwatch pushes me over the edge. But I used to do a thing where I'd just do one single slam on my desk. I think I've told you this before. And I'd slam down on my desk. However, it was getting closer and closer to my keyboard and mouse, and I was concerned that I was going to break them. So I've now trained myself. I don't do it as much anymore. I used to be really bad for it. I start clapping. Okay. So no. Listen. Okay. I don't hurt anything then. I don't break anything. I just do that. And then I continue on, and it's like I get all my anger out, and it tires me out a little bit. My hands sting. I'm like, okay, that's done. I'll continue now. I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to be bad. The old autism slipped out quite a lot, but clapping worked for me. So maybe it worked for you too. I don't know. Give it a go.
It would just sound like someone's finished the performance in Jake's office. Then it would just be constant.
Yeah.
You'll hear Jake walk into the kitchen. You'll hear some like followed by just yay.
Mate, the kitchen isn't separate to the office. It's an open plan office.
Oh
So
no.
I was just, but all the important people were in that room, or all the important people of that day were in the room, and it was just fuck's sake, blah, 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 like on repeat. And then I came home and started telling G the story, and like you just said, Harry, I got aggravated while telling the story.
It's because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I had
Not you,
gloves.
the people who've done it, but
Yeah, I had oven gloves on my hand while I was telling this story, and I was fuming. I was like, for fuck's sake, ah! And I've gone to throw them down at the floor in anger, but somehow they've shot off just at the like 90 degrees from my body, just perfect towards G on the couch. So it's a good like couple, like 3-4 meters. These oven gloves have just flown towards her. It just looks like I get really domestic-y violence when I'm upset, but it's not. It was unfortunate. I didn't need to apologise.
I've talking of silly behaviour. I've obviously went on holiday last week with my fiance's side of the family, and there was a hot tub at this place. You had to fill it yourself and everything. So my fiance sat out there in the rain and actually got it going. It was pretty impressive. And we went to get in a hot tub, and my brother-in-law's partner announced that she's having baby number 2. So I'm going to be an uncle a second time, which is that's how I'm imagining it. I get to be uncle twice.
Yeah.
So she can come in, but Beth's brother could. So yeah, so the old brother-in-law, my fiance, myself in a hot tub, and they'd brought some bottles of wine. Now I told you boys last time I got wine drunk, and I haven't since because I just get silly. I ended up talking to a complete stranger about goblins the last time I got wine drunk. Yeah, and I had a couple of glasses of wine, and we sat in this hot tub, and sort of sun was setting, and the three of us were looking up at the clouds and just cloud gazing, and that one looks like a dragon, or that one looks like a turtle doing a backflip. I wasn't paying attention, and my wine glass dipped below the water, and I felt my wine glass fill up, and I quickly lifted it back out. So somehow the wine didn't really get in the hot tub, but the hot tub did get into my wine glass.
Got the wine.
And I
Yeah.
thought, everyone was still looking at the clouds, and in my little wine-drunk mind, I thought, I've got a full glass now. I'm going to have to get rid of this somehow. So I started tipping it away, and then my brother-in-law turned to me, and so I quickly stopped, and he went, "What's that noise?" And I went, "Oh, I don't know." and then I don't know why, I sipped the drink, and he went, "Hang on, why the fuck have you got a full glass of wine?" And then I had to put my hands up and admit that, yep, I had mixed the wine with the hot tub water and then tried to drink it. It wasn't my proudest moment, to be honest, and I didn't have any more wine after that.
I feel like you were like, all right, you caught me. I'm sipping our bath water.
But I got from having half a glass of wine to like a full thing, where it was like going over the top of the brim. And I don't know why I thought if I just went, I don't know, that everyone would just go, "Oh yeah, okay," and not question it.
The thing is you drank essentially yours, Beth's, and Beth's brother bath water as a collective.
Yes.
Mixed
Mixed with wine.
Yeah, because I like to anytime I go in a hot tub with the family, I like to call it family bath time just to make people feel uncomfortable.
Oh
Okay.
God, that's wrong.
Good old family bath time.
Yeah.
Turn the bubbles off as well to make it real awkward.
Floating around in hot water. That's what this one was. It was just hot water because it was a do it your own one. There was no bubbles or anything. It was just hot water.
There we go. So essentially,
Warm water.
you just had a bath with your significant other and their brother.
Yeah, and
Oh God, you make that sound infinitely worse.
drank the wine and drank it. Yeah,
And then you
mixed it with
drank-
wine and drank it. Yeah.
It's a good job we didn't buy you any Belle Delphine water for your birthday, otherwise you drank that too.
Oh, the gamer girl bath water.
That was it. I got home from the holiday. Little fucking Mothman sat on the doormat. Love it. I put it up by my little lamp now. Hang on,
Your mothy, yeah.
I thought it was going to be bigger, to be honest.
Let me
I was worried it would be too big.
let me take a picture. How do I do that? Okay. Like that. Okay, I'm zooming. Ooh.
Oh, he's zooming.
Right. I think that's done it. It's loading. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, that's not. It's a decent height.
I love him. I think he's great.
I'm glad you like him. We were looking at things and we thought that's good, and then we
That'll
thought,
be
what?
right up the old alley.
Yeah, then we thought, what's
That'll be
weirder that
cool.
we could send him? So we found that.
A Mothman butt plug.
I love it. It's in now.
Oh fuck!
I'll take it out.
You took it out, put it a lamp for size comparison, and put it back in.
Yeah. More silly behaviour. I was on the train today, coming back from work, and we went out for dinner last night. And sometimes when we go out for dinner, the following morning, I'll have like a bad shit. And sat on the train, my tummy feels a little bit uncomfortable. I think, I think it's just a silent fart. I'll be all right.
Oh.
Was a silent fart. Usually with mine, if they're loud, they smell. If it's quiet, usually I'm all right. That was not the case today. It smelled like I'd actually shat myself, and everyone around me, there was like a like the four seater ones you can get on trains. There was like a table in the middle, and
Yeah.
that was right in front of me, and there were 4 people sat there, and they all started looking around, and I had my headphones on. I think I heard someone say sewage. So I started looking around too. And they sort of looked at me, and I just raised my eyebrows and looked around, and then sort of just looked out the window again and just went, ugh. So I got away with that. But I had to use a public toilet for the first time to have a poo in I don't know how many years.
God.
It's not a pleasant experience. It's really not great. I was thinking about this whilst I was pooing. I think the issue I have with it is the cubicles don't go all the way up and down. So you got a gap at the top and a gap at the bottom, right?
Oh.
The gap at the bottom
Yeah.
I'm not too fussed about. If they just went straight up to the ceiling and there wasn't a gap at the top, I think I'd feel a bit better. Because then it's almost like a proper cubicle. It's not like this is a cubicle, but also a madman could climb over the top of it and stand in the cubicle with me whilst I'm shitting. Do you know what I mean? Like, it worries me because that could happen.
Here's the thing, though, right? Just take what blessings you have, because not only do American cubicles have that gap at the top and the bottom,
I was gonna
they
say.
also have the other gap, the ones on the side, so that motherfuckers can see they're shitting while they're just like walking past.
Excuse me?
It's a full on like sensory.
Yeah, have you not seen the gaps in American toilets?
No, funnily enough, I don't tend to Google American toilets.
Mate,
Well, you don't have to Google it. It's like a common knowledge thing.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Just type in American toilet door gap, or just put in American toilet, and then it comes up.
Oh, you know what? It did come up.
Mate, look at the state of that.
Like,
That's
you
like
could-
a normal thing. That's a normal thing. So you're just shitting, and someone can like fully see you shitting.
They can put their hand through and then unlock it if it's a slidey one.
It's egregious. It is absolutely egregious.
I don't know what to say. This is the image that I found on Google, which is literally a guy just staring right through it.
Just
and you
staring through. I think I know the one you're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just look straight through. That's horrendous.
I don't know what's the existence of that gap.
And so you don't have to have a conversation. You don't have to knock or see if it's open. You can just look it.
But there's a little invention that when you lock it, a little red sticker thing you can see. I feel like that's sufficient.
Yeah, but they're broken all the time, aren't they?
No, not always. I've never ran into one where but here's the thing, right? Even if it is broken and you push on the door, guess what happens, Jake? It don't fucking open.
Yeah, but what if the lock's
So
broken?
so then you know it's preoccupied.
Yeah, but if the lock's broken and you're in there and the door would open if someone pushed on it, this way they can just go, oh, someone's in there. I don't need to...
No, the thing
I'm not
is,
defending the door gap.
No.
I'm fully against it.
No, there is no reason.
Well, what you got to do, right? If a lock's broken and you're having a wee or a poo, you can either hold it shut with your arm or your leg, or if you don't want to do either, you wait for someone to come in, and as soon as you see that door move a little bit, you fucking scream, right? Which I this is genuine. I think works quite well because it startles people. Like I've been in situations where that's happened, and I'm sat there or stood there having a wee. Doors started opening, and I just go, ah, and then they go, oh, sorry, and then they walk off, and that's enough. That's enough. You don't have to do any more.
I normally say occupied.
Occupado.
What? So what if they opened it fully? You're sat there having a shit. You look at them in the eyes and just go, occupied.
Yeah, that's it. Occupied. Or, to be fair, actually, at work, the downstairs toilet, right? We've got three toilets I could use. The one at the very bottom floor, the lock doesn't really work. Like, it works. But I found out that someone tried to get in there quite in a hurry while I was in there and just yanked on the door. And the door opened. But I managed to lean forward, grab it, and be like, what the fuck? And suddenly, they released the door, and I slammed it back down and finished my shit.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Do you two have weekly weird news? Because I've got one which I've been holding on to all day, and I haven't shared with you, but I really need to discuss it.
Okay, you go first, but if you've got mine, I'm going to be upset.
I might do, because it's big news.
Oh,
Whoa,
is it?
whoa.
Yeah, you go.
Is bigger.
This is... It's
Okay.
It's taller than me news.
Damn, son.
Man in bear costume divides further opinion after waving to visitors.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's not even in a bear costume.
He's 100% in a bear costume.
It's a moon bear. How have people not heard about moon bears?
It's a
right?
sun bear.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Is there an eclipse?
Anyway, Anyway, they've always looked like people in suits. I don't know why it's a fucking thing now all of a sudden.
I'll show
Right?
It's the one convincing picture. Harry, you tell the story for our viewers at home.
Right, listen, Kehan. I've googled sun bear, and actually, yep, that's horrific. They are horrible to look at.
Yeah.
So the story is, in the Hangzhou Zoo in China, they have a sun bear, and it stands up on its hind legs and just like sort of wanders around waving at people. But the way it walks and the way it waves makes it look like it's just a man in a suit. And to be honest, I was getting kind of convinced that it was a man in a suit until he told me to Google it. And I've seen other pictures. And this is another picture of a sun bear, which I'm just going to send to you real quick. Bosh.
I'd like to apologise for the listeners. I was thinking a moon bear was the other one. Moon bear is basically a fat sun bear.
Sun bears are... It looks like they walk around their hind legs quite a lot.
I've got no issue with the fact they walk around on their hind legs, right? The issue I've got is on some of the other pictures, right? It looks like the sun bear has a bit of an ass, right? It's not a pancake. It's got that curvature. The one where people are saying it's a man, it genuinely looks like he's got no back. He's got no back. He's done no squats, right? It goes shoulders straight down to heels, and it just
this is the picture
like
that's going around.
Teacher. Yeah, that looks like a supply teacher trying to like tell the students off, but not quite sure what they do.
Oh my god, is that a moon bear?
Yeah, it's just a fat sun bear.
Oh my god, that's insane. But yeah, that
I know, but the thing is, when I saw the picture, I was just like, "Oh, that's just I've seen those bears before. It's like a well-known thing. It's like, and then now all of a sudden people go, "No, there's definitely a man in that fucking thing."
That one looks like a man.
It does look like a man in a suit.
Don't get me wrong, it really does, and it looks like it's a poor-fitting suit. But that's just what they do.
Nah. I'd like to also point out that Sexy Deck pointed me to this one. This wasn't my own discovery. He showed me this in the office.
The moon bear, the sun bear.
Yeah.
The sun bear.
I do have another one in line with Chinese zoos. This is just a quickie. World's worst zoo tries to pass off a dog as a lion, and rats as snakes. This is genuinely. This is genuinely mental. Okay, let me show you. Someone took a picture of the lion. Okay, this is what the zoo is claiming is a lion. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just a.
It's a Chow Chow dog.
Is it not a Tibet? Oh no, it is a Chow Chow. You're right.
Tibetan Mastiff.
No.
Yeah, I think
that is a Chow Chow. No, it isn't. But that is a Chow Chow. Nah.
In for leopard enclosure, they had a fox. Right. Let me show you the enclosure with the snakes in. 2 snakes in there for you, apparently. Of course, they're just fucking rats.
They're big rats, though.
They are fucking massive rats. And then they had another lion of a different variety there, which is another dog. It's just another dog. Apparently, they've been trying to dye the animal's fur to be more convincing, but at the end of the day, it still looks like a dog, even if you dye it pink. Yeah.
I mean, with regards to the rats, though, that could have just been the snake's lunch and the snake's camouflaged.
What? The colour of tile?
Yeah. That or the rats ate the snake.
Like fucking Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The snake has gone fully invisible.
Yeah, the next image, you see that little red triangle appear and you hear that.
You hear the... I can't make that fucking noise.
You sounded more like a platypus, but I get what you're going for.
Fairy.
Fairy.
What have you boys got in terms of news?
God, yeah, you go.
So I did have the same zoo one as you, but I also want your opinions on a couple of things, guys. I spoke to Kehan about this, and I think I spoke to you separately. But the potential of aliens being confirmed, right? How do we feel about this one?
Oh yeah, I'm alright with it.
I'm very excited if aliens do exist, because I think it could be really cool.
I think
Like,
my thing with it is I'm curious to see what they'd look like.
yeah.
Just because there's so many different potentials. Like they could just look like big bacteria. They could look like giant insects. They could be robotic. They could be like an AI thing. Or
Well,
they
they
could
said
look
they
like us.
found non-human organics, so I think they wouldn't be a robot.
That's true.
An
But-
organic robot.
Aren't we all
Yeah.
organic robots?
Oh, getting deep, asking the hard-hitting questions on what of it.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day. I have a lot of spare time. So, imagine, if you will, we invent robots that can reproduce, right? They're all mechanical, though, but they have a way of reproducing.
Mm.
To them, they're just like us, but made of metal, right?
Yeah.
What if what if that was reversed and like we were made by? Okay, this is a terrible example, but you know how Transformers, right, are made of metal, but they're living organisms given life by Energon, right,
Yeah.
and the spark and all that. Imagine if they made like fleshy servants, right? Imagine if we're the fleshy servants. I'm not saying we've been made by fucking Optimus Prime, but that's what I was just thinking about that the other day. Like,
Sure. I fully agree with you on that one.
do you know what I'm getting at? I know it makes no
Yeah.
sense at all, but if
Oh, yeah.
aliens come down, right, I think it's easy to think that they'll hold all the answers to all this shit. Like when you watch a sci-fi film, the aliens come down and they're like,
Oh, we know how you were created, and we have all this mystical technology.
don't get me wrong, if they've gotten here, they're going to have better tech than us. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that they know a great deal more about the universe than we do.
Mm.
And they could just come down and be like, yeah, we can travel space, but we're just as fucked as you are. We're going to piss off now. And we'll be like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Status, and then off they go.
Yeah.
Adios. Yeah, true. Yeah, but they might just have like a completely different set of problems. Like over here, we're just like, shit, the world's about trying to heat up. The polar ice caps are melting. They've invented space travel. They land to us, and we're like, can you help us all this? Right. Yeah, we solved that ages ago. We're having a bigger issue now. We're dealing with bleep bloop blap, and it's affecting bleep bloop. I don't fucking know. I can't comprehend what issues they might solve. That might just seem so far beyond our comprehension that our shit probably seems trivial to them.
Just
Oh,
babies.
Look
born
at
with
these
depression.
fucking scum still trying to deal with the common cold.
I read
Pathetic.
I read a book a couple of years ago called Hard to Be a God. And the premise is that there's like a select group of aliens, right? And you're reading it from the alien perspective. But they look like humans, so that's not a problem. And they're like researchers. And they come across a planet where there's humans living on it. But it's the medieval ages for them. And their job is just to live amongst them and just document what happens and to never interfere. And if that was the case in real life as well, that wouldn't surprise me too much. If they're here, but they're just sort of watching.
Oh, like in a National Geographic where you got to watch the antelope
Yes.
eaten by the tiger.
Yeah. And you're not allowed when you make those documentaries, you're never allowed to interfere. It could be the same thing, but for fucking ET.
They're just watching us.
Yeah. Just on a slight note, when I found out about the Hunter Biden stuff, right? Because I after Kehan was like, they're trying to distract you with aliens. There's other things out there, right? I thought I'd go and look and see what there was.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out Hunter Biden may be a lot of things, but he is audacious. In terms of having like the audacity, he is the man with it all. Because somehow in his original plea bargain for whatever he's done naughty, that I'm not even sure what he's done, right? But whatever his plea bargain was, he was like, "Hey, I'm going to do like a bit of community service, and then you can never convict me for any crime ever again." And his lawyer was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that." And they took that through, and it got past some people until it got to like Congress, and they were like, "No, You've got to be able to be convicted of crimes again, Hunter. And he was like, nah. And they were like, okay, no deal. And they took away all deals possible to him. But I think just having, you know how they say, like, don't ask, don't get.
Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate one. Like, hey, my dad's president. How about no crimes for me? And they were like, ooh, no. And took it all.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that is audacity.
I've been trying to be
worth a
more
shot.
audacious. Yeah.
It's worth a shot, I guess. If you don't find, you don't ask, you don't get.
They say you should do that in your job. Like, the best way to get ahead and stuff is just to ask to be places where realistically you shouldn't be, but it wouldn't matter if you were. Like in meetings or taking over like small projects or something. You'd be like, oh,
And that's why I'm allowed in the women's toilet. What?
That's why I'm not allowed in the building.
But you can ask and then you might get, or people at least think you're keen.
So that's how
think
Joe
Worst they
Biden
can
got
say,
presidency.
no.
I think the worst they can
True.
say is, why do you want to be in the women's toilets, Kean?
Nice.
Secondly,
It's nicer. They got a sofa in there. They're
It's
playing
not.
relaxing music.
Don't feel threatened.
Threatened at the urinal.
Not worried someone's going to climb over the top of the cubicle when I'm having a shit. And stand there and look
that's
at me.
That's actually the one good thing, right? In our current place, right? It's a big upgrade from our old toilets, right? You walk in there, and the total gappage on the door is like 2 mil at the top and 2 mil at the bottom. It is proper floor
Nice.
to ceiling jobby.
Lovely.
I could get my
it's,
cock
it's
through that
real
gap.
nice. Hey?
I said I could get my cock through that gap.
And there's no gaps either side. It's just solid. So like when you're dropping dookies in there, at least it muffles a bit of the sand.
I've got zero issue with shitting at work. Or just in general, anywhere. It's a natural human thing. If you're gonna do it, you might as well just do it quick and efficient. Just go, because realistically, no one's sat there going, "Oh, he did a poo." Like anyone's that worried or like that concerned with your bowel movements probably needs to be a bit busier or to continue on with their day. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're like screaming while
Yeah,
you're in the
but Jake, here's the only issue, right? And I've already told you this before, my shitting habits, right? I don't go to the toilet if I think, ooh, I might need a poo, right? I hold that shit until it's like, if I don't go in the next minute, right, it's gonna come
It's
out
going to
here
erupt.
with rage, right?
You
So
tell
I
them.
don't go until I'm absolutely ready, right? So as soon as my cheeks hit that seat, there's been a few times before where it's like before it's even hit the seat, and this shit and the shit's coming out with violence. Like, I don't know what
power.
happened. I don't know what happened a couple of weeks ago, but my bowels were feeling real healthy, right? There was some real healthy shits there. I think the worst one was it was a double breacher, right? Two logs came out. A double breacher. So a breacher is when you take a shit and then it like pokes out the water, right? But a double breacher is where there's two logs poking out the water. There were two just solid breaches, and they came out with audacity. They were like, "Yeah, I'm a shit. I'm here. Do something about it," right? And I feel like it might get. It's like Chinese whispers. If someone hears that, they might be like, "Oh." It might be like, "Oh, doesn't sound too healthy," because it don't sound too healthy. That sounded like it was a violent shit because it came in, bam, hit the water, little Poseidon's kiss, bam, hit the water, another little Poseidon's kiss. Someone might misconstrue that as like, I'm having the shits.
Well, at least now Josh at work knows that that's not the case.
You know what's the worst? I don't really have this a lot, but by the way, very glad we've become a shitting podcast. When you sat on the toilet, right, and you think it's just a fart, you know you're going to poo at some point, but you think at that moment it's just a fart and then a poo will follow. But then you fart and poo comes out with it, and because it's now gas propelled, it makes a terrible noise.
Just hits the back of the toilet with some fucking some effort.
Yeah, it's like an old person who's coughing whilst trying to gargle mouthwash that's filled with those Zorbs from when we were kids. Do you remember those? They're like magnet things,
Yeah.
and they go together and they go. Bzzz. Yeah,
Yeah.
Imagine,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an idea. Yeah. That's
Bloody
horrible.
hell.
That's not great. That's what I had in the public toilet today.
Welcome to ASMR shitting. Yeah, what's all
Welcome to the Scatcast.
Oh, God, no.
Scatcast.
Scatcast, yeah.
That's-
Oh, I feel like Harry doesn't know what scat is.
I know what scat is.
All right. I thought you were innocent.
He's an avid
What
scat
is
player.
Yeah, that's like confusing me because you can buy
Nothing like a bit of scat singing.
a wildcat, a Dodge, right? And the premium version of that is called the Scat Pack.
Yeah, but isn't that like the
Scabbly dub tap doop pap.
yeah?
No, no,
That's what the scat is.
I'm the Scat Man. Skibbity-bidi-bidi-bidi-bop-bop. Shibbity-bidi-bop. Gibbity-bidi-bidi-bidi-bop-bop. I have the greatest news.
Oh, yes. Have you had a
it's not
triple
like-
breacher?
It's not like no, that's heights I haven't reached yet. No, I saw some good news. This was like a while ago, but I completely forgot about it up until yesterday, I think it was, because I was quoting it. One of my favorite quotes of all time, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. But Harry, I need you to insert it into the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Right about now.
Fuck off you fat useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite. Fuck off, will you please, yeah?
Love that quote. I love saying "fuck off, you fucking Yankee Doodle." Anyway, Kitchen Nightmares is coming back.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes.
Is Raj coming back?
Huh?
Is it
Raj?
Raj?
No, that's Hell's Kitchen.
That's Hell's Kitchen. isn't
No,
it?
Kitchen Nightmares is where he went to like people's
Oh,
favorite businesses.
yes.
I
and
love
whatnot.
that show so much.
Yeah, I watch on the YouTube. There's an official Hell's Kitchen thing, and I just
Yeah.
love. I've been through almost all those clips there, and when I saw that news, I remembered something, and I thought I was going crazy because I wasn't entirely sure because I was just watching it with like autoplay, and some of the titles on the Hell's Kitchen official webpage.
Oh,
not
they're funny
webpage,
as fuck.
YouTube channel, right? So we're gonna play a little game here today. Is this
Oh,
the
here we go.
title, or have I come up with it?
Okay,
Right.
okay, I'm ready.
As a celebration,
I'm
as a
excited.
celebration. Right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. Right, 6 rounds.
All right.
Okay. Round 1. This really buttered my biscuit. Try not to gag challenge in brackets impossible. Or was it what if we're all grains of salt in Gordon's soup?
I'm gonna go with the first one being the one they used.
I think the
Okay.
second one.
You think the second one? So Harry's going with this really buttered my biscuits, and Jake went with try not to gag, and Harry's going to take the first point off the round. So yeah,
It was the fact it was in brackets. I thought, yeah, that's gonna be
King
it.
Buddy's punctuation.
all right. Next round. So it's 1-0 to Harry. He's steaming ahead. ChatGPT is coming for my job. Please help. Eat the spaghetti to forgetty your regretty. This video does not contain horse meat.
The second one. Eat the spaghetti to forget your regretty.
Ooh, it's the spaghetti. What are you saying, Harry?
I'll go with the first one.
You're going for ChatGPT. You would both be wrong. This video does not contain horse meat, is what I came up with.
Wait, we're going with the one that you came up with. I thought we were going with the right answer.
No, you're coming up for the one that is not a title.
Oh,
So you can
Yeah.
use punctuation.
oh,
so
okay.
I've been trying to guess the correct one.
So have I.
No. It's the one that is
It's the one you made
the
up.
one I came up with. Yeah, that's why it
Right.
makes it more mad. So now you understand how crazy all the other ones sound, don't they?
No, I'm
Yeah.
confused. Yes, okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to the third one. Gordon Ramsay disappointed by dry barbecue. Gordon Ramsay shows how to cook a burger. I was kidnapped by mimes once, and they did unspeakable things to me.
I think it's Gordon Ramsay cooks a burger.
I think yours has got to be the mimes.
Well, my friends, you have fallen by a trap. They were all correct titles.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's the mime one? What
Yeah,
was it?
I was kidnapped by mimes once, and they did unspeakable things.
Because mimes don't speak.
I was kidnapped by. Oh my god! I found it.
Mimes. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's an actual title. Right. Next round.
It's genuine.
Yeah. You can search all these up. These are genuine. Right. Ready? The number of F's in Gordon Ramsay stands for how many fucks he gives. Friendly reminder: Mercury in the microwave again. So keep your chakras aligned. Or is it squid so raw it's telling SpongeBob to fuck off?
I think yours is the fuck off.
I think yours is the first one.
What, the number of F's in Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay? And with that, Harry is stonking into the lead with 2.
Because I know he says it. I know he says the squid is so raw it's telling SpongeBob to fuck off.
No, I made that up. He didn't say the squid is raw. What he actually said is, no, he didn't say that. The title of the one I kind of like butchered together, it's so fucking raw. It fuck off is what he said. But I was like, squid so raw.
I'm sure there's a clip where he says that. Or it might be a meme.
Probably.
Probably a meme.
Right, second to
Feels
last
like a
one,
meme
Jake.
thing.
You need to get both of these right.
Okay.
Actually, no, the last one's going to be for double points. I did the last one for double points.
Yay.
Right, so we got the hardest thing for people to say are "I'm sorry, I was wrong," and Worcestershire sauce.
This one.
If you say banana really slowly, it sounds like gullible. Or is it I've ran out of ideas at this point?
I think it's the middle one again.
Yeah, I think it's banana.
You think it's bananas? If you say banana really slowly, it sounds like gullible.
I'm not going to do it. I said it in my
Yeah.
head.
Oh, is that
Yes.
your final answer?
Yes.
You're both incorrect.
Bollocks. Was yours one I run out of ideas?
I've ran out of ideas at this point. It's time.
Of course it is.
Right, we'll do the next one for. We'll do it for triple points.
Yeah.
Triple
chance.
points.
Shake us a chance. Shake us a chance. Right. Okay, here we go. Is it Gordon likes the food? Or when the food is straight up bussin'? If that's beef, then I was born in Bangladesh. Moments more shocking than when I found out it's not butter. Moments that make me question my comprehension of reality.
Now, I know one of these for a fact as a title. I want to go with the moments that make me question reality.
Oh, he's going for question reality.
I'm going to go with this food is bussin'.
That one's true. I know that one's right.
No.
I feel really bad now because I was hoping there would be more of a competition up until this point. So Jake just got basically slided out of there. They were all correct. They were all actual titles.
To
I
be
didn't
fair,
prepare for you sucking this hard, Jake.
for the first 3 questions, I didn't really understand what was going on. I was trying to go for ones that were titles.
Yeah, neither did I.
I told you, got to go for the one I just made up.
Oh no, I thought you said don't pick the one.
Yeah, you can go and YouTube them. Those are all legit titles, just a homage for whoever is running the official Hell's Kitchen Nightmares account. Keep doing you, boo. Let's get ready to spin that wheel.
It's up to you to take down Thanos. How do you do it?
Oh.
In a rap battle.
Okay. Can you give us a line? As if you were, doing it.
I didn't prepare for this.
What?
Didn't prepare.
No one's prepared for Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos just appeared, and then he's like, "Yo, Kehan, let's rap." How are you convincing him to rap? Considering he can end the world in 2 seconds.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's your like? He's just gonna be like, "Hey, yo, Thanos, let's have a rap battle." Because I feel like you're working off Guardians of the Galaxy, where Star Lord dance battles Ronin.
I think we might need to recruit the help of Oppenheimer's spirit to help us in the rap battle.
Oh, fuck's sake. You're on about the epic rap battles of history.
Yeah, Thanos versus J. Robert Oppenheimer. Let me. Have you heard that, Harry?
I have not. No.
Alright, here we go. Listening to you took everything I have left. After your raps, I am become deaf. You need an Iron Man for that wrinkly ass skin and that butt chin. Here we go. Where's your rhythm? I thought you had the time stone. Your punchlines sound like they came from Rhyme Zone. You might be something in the MCU, but between us, who's the worst MC? You.
Ooh.
Nice. Like the ending.
Banana.
That's not the ending, but yeah.
Oh.
There's a whole lot more, but I'm not going to sit here reciting fucking...
Okay, got off the top of your head. Give us a few words. A few words in a rap way that you could Thanos right now. He's at your door. You know what? This is what's happened. You've gone for a shit in a public toilet, and suddenly a beam of light has come from the sky, and Thanos has stood in a cubicle with you, looking at you whilst you're shitting. What do you rap at him?
I don't know. That's beatboxing. What are you fucking
Well,
doing?
I'm giving you a beat so that
Giving
you
you a
can
beat.
rap over it. Wicka word.
My name is Kehan, and I'm here to say...
I thought you were about to say, my name is Kid and I'm sitting in a corner. I don't know. What's some like real cheesy rap like yo 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 yo? It's me, Kehan, and I'm here to say I'm gonna beat Thanos in a major way. We're gonna gather all the stones and put them in our hands. We'll snap our fingers, and Thanos will be gone from all the lands. I'm gonna use my non-existent superpowers, and my average-sized brain too will take down Thanos, and I'll save the world for me and you. So let's get to work and get this job done. I'ma defeat Thanos, and then fuck his mum.
Okay, you know what? That ending, pretty fucking good. However, the start of it, I'm pretty sure I've had an Uber driver call me and say those exact words when he's had a meal for me.
What? Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, 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 it's me. Secondly, towards the end, I thought you were going with some Bob the Builder, Fireman Sam sort of vibes with the let's work together.
And get the job done.
And get the job done. Yeah, that threw me. Then I think you pulled it off with the ending. Yeah, that was nice. Jake, how are you defeating him?
Super easy. As you guys know, I'm a master of using my mind. I convinced my missus to go paintballing because that's something she's avidly against. And so I'm just going to confuse Thanos, and eventually he'll give me the stones out of anger and confusion, and I'll get him. I've got some classic lines because I thought you might ask questions, Harry.
Okay,
my favourite one is I do it to Kehan all the time.
What?
Anytime we disagree on the Xbox,
Yeah.
I just go, Kehan, why are you lying? It's only me and you here. Who are you lying for? You know, what's the benefit? Doesn't matter because realistically,
you say that?
yeah,
It used to work. It don't fucking work anymore. Fuck you.
yeah, I've used it too many times, but it used to work. This is the first time I've met Thanos. It's going
Why
to
are
work.
you lying? We're all friends here. There's
exactly.
no need to lie, Jake. We're just doing a podcast.
I know. Who am I showing off for? No one. Exactly.
Exactly. Hey, who are you trying to show off for? No need to lie.
See, so that's number one.
Right.
He's going to get quite angry. He'll be like, I don't get them all. I'm like, you've not got all the stones. He'll be like, yeah, I do. I'm like, "No, you don't, mate. Don't lie. Why are you lying? We all know that you're covering up. And he's like, look, I've got them. And then he'll show me, and then I can steal them really quickly with my sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah, Thanos, you don't have the magenta stone. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. What loser comes out to Earth? You've not got all the stones. Like,
Can't
you've
even
used the
count.
reality
What a
stone to
prick.
pretend. Yeah, exactly. And then he'll get really upset and insecure.
Yeah,
And he'll be like, no, but my lords or my generals said they collected all their stones. You're going to listen to your generals over me? Really? They hate me. Of course they're going to lie to you. Like, they're trying to break us up.
Christ.
Honestly, like it's just crazy that you would think that. I thought we were friends, and then he's going to be really angry and confused. And obviously, if we're in a small cubicle, it's not going to smell great. But look, just give me the stones. We'll walk out here. We'll go and get the rest of them, and then you can destroy the reality. You do you, boo. But I'm trying to help you out. You're just being awkward.
Two different techniques.
Yeah.
Well, just as a general overall point to make, with the Infinity Gauntlet, he can do anything. So he chooses to cut the universal population in half. Why didn't he just make more resources? That's what I'm going with. Just as a note. But then, in all seriousness, if I'm sat there having a shit, I get angry, right? When people come into the toilet and I'm having a poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'd just have a go at him.
What, you go full Karen mode?
Yeah. The first sort of the vibe I think I'd be giving off would be Catherine Tate as Donna Noble in the Doctor Who series she's in, when she just sort of sasses everyone and she's like, "You ain't talking to me, spaceman." That sort of vibe. I think I just have a fucking go at him. But mate, I'm trying to shit, and you've landed in my fucking cubicle. This is a total breach of private space. And you know what? I'm gonna get you cancelled, Thanos.
While you were speaking, I did think of a second option to destroying Thanos.
Oh yeah.
Naturally, when you're in the toilet, what is the one thing that you have in your hand the majority of the time?
Toilet roll.
balls.
Wait, hang on.
I was going with phone.
Stop it from falling in the water.
Your balls.
Yeah.
Mate, how low do your balls hang?
Like a speed bag.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
Right.
They don't. For the record, they don't.
I've seen them. They do. They dangle down by his ankles. But anyway, I'd be sat there on my phone scrolling through the old TikToks. But I'm prepared for him to come, right? So what I'd have is
What,
preloaded.
Thanos or poo?
The Thanos. I'd be prepared
Okay.
for Thanos to come, right? What I'd have preloaded would just be a load of those POV your boyfriend compilations, where it's those weird American dudes who are really cringy, and they're like, "Hey, baby girl, I've been arrested," and then like, do you know what I'm on about?
No.
Let me just find some real quick, and then you'll be they're very upsetting. But essentially, it's American dudes who probably would be generically good looking, but they're always shirtless, and they're always like biting their lips or like, oh, that girl came into the elevator, she's so hot, and I'd then make him die of cringe because I don't think any alien would have experienced that feeling before.
No. Oh, talking of not experiencing things, I presume Thanos has never had milk, right? So he could be lactose intolerant. I don't have milk in the toilet with me, but if I could delay him enough.
Just drinking a pint of milk while taking a shit.
If anyone was going to, it'd be Kehan.
Kehan, to recap, you're rap battling Thanos on the toilet.
Yeah, I'm going to be slinging super hot fire.
Nice. Jake, you're going to gaslight him
I never
or
said
cringe him. I am going to make him feel inferior. Going to make him feel less than a man. He's not enough.
He's not Ken enough. We didn't spin the wheel.
Oh, okay. Hang on, Edit, it's back in. And now it's time to spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
After one too many beers, you wake up in the capital after volunteering for the Hunger Games. How are you surviving? Before we go, please remember to subscribe or follow us. We are available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where we post updates and teasers for upcoming episodes. If you'd like to get in touch with us to give us some feedback or submit a question, visit our website, which is down in the description, or email us at yewhatofitpodcast@gmail.com, or drop us a message on our socials. Thank you again for listening, and remember to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Yeah, What of It. We are back, we're better than ever, and we're answering the big questions like, are sun bears real? What would you do if Thanos came in whilst you were having a shit? And what is the true meaning behind doing a triple breacher? I've been your host, Harry, and I've been joined by... Excellent. Thanks, guys.
I thought I was going last. I went
Were you
last on
supposed to
the
say
intro.
something?
Just say your name.
I've been joined by.
Oh, right. I
Just
genuinely
silence.
didn't hear what you said. That I was still thinking about a triple breacher and how that would look.
Just say your name.
Kehan.
And your boy Jake.
Nice one. Cheers.
Yeah, what of it?
It's me, Kehan.
Hey, baby girl.
I was kidnapped by mimes once and they did unspeakable things to me. And I feel like I'm a shit.